everybody, it's Dandruff with your news cartridge for Wednesday, January 20th, 2016. Lawsuits against Oculus Rift creator Lucky Palmer are able to go forward, says a judge. Allegedly, Mr. Palmer was contracted by another company to create a VR headset where he again allegedly used confidential knowledge to create the Oculus Rift. A member of the Wall Street Journal has tweeted that Nintendo's NX console will work with smartphones, PCs, and even PS4. Sure. Of all the rumors that I cover on my show, that's an odd one. More on the NX later. Also, Prison Architect, a game that I quite enjoyed, it's making its way to PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. Sorry, PS3. I have to warn you that our last story today really pisses me off, and it's about butts. Yep, butts. Stick around for today's news cartridge. Today's top story, the internet is buzzing because of a leaked survey that Nintendo has supposedly been using to question the public about their upcoming NX console. The survey lists a bunch of items that outline what games will be featured, as well as some different hardware capabilities of the machine itself, most notably being 4K 60fps video streaming and 900p 60fps gaming. Also inside the box is the console, a controller, HDMI cord, and a sensor bar, so they're probably not heading away from motion-controlled controllers. So let's talk about that elephant in the room, 900p. Meaning that Nintendo is aiming for a resolution of 1600 by 900 instead of the current standard 1920 by 1080, known as 1080p. There are two sides of this coin. Aiming for sub 1080p is pretty much admitting that the hardware itself is not going to be very powerful, but it also openly admits that it's not trying to sell you something that it's not, like some titles on current generation consoles have done. Arc. The survey has not been confirmed by Nintendo as being authentic as of yet, but stay tuned and I will find out if it's legit or not. Rainbow Six Siege was set to have its first free DLC this month, but instead it was pushed back until February 2nd. The content is known as Operation Black Ice, and it supposedly contains a new level that takes place on a yacht that is frozen in ice in the middle of a lake. That sounds awesome. Well, now more details are out as two new characters will be introduced, Buck and Frost. Buck has the ability to attach a shotgun to their main weapon, and Frost comes equipped with a mechanical trap to incapacitate enemies. 4 new guns are also going to be introduced, the 9mm C1 submachine gun, the C8 SFW assault rifle, the CAMRS marksman rifle, that is, and the Super 90 shotgun. Everything is going to be completely free, but non-season pass holders need to purchase the 2 new characters with in-game currency. No microtransactions here. Yay! For the quick one today, Warner Brothers is at it again, as they have announced Mortal Kombat XL, which is just Mortal Kombat X with all the DLC and some new skins bundled together. So they're repacking the same thing that they've already sold you in hopes that idiots will buy it again. Want to know the best part? Not only will XL not be coming to PC, but Warner Brothers will not support the PC version of Mortal Kombat X any longer. Ain't that some shit? It's not like 500,000 people own Mortal Kombat X on PC, except they do. Not only that, but MKXL will be getting some new netcode on PS4 and Xbox in order to improve the online play, which was the biggest complaint about the PC version in the first place. I ask my PC brothers and sisters to leave some nasty things to say to WB down in the comments below. Go nuts! Today's final story is something I've been patiently waiting for, and now the time has come for me to state how I feel. One of my absolute favorite people is up to no good yet again. Her name is Anita Sarkeesian, and she finds trouble wherever she decides to look. And this time she's taken an aim at butts. Not nudity in general, or not nudity from behind, but butts. Posterior itself. She claims that video games are designed at highlighting and accentuating the female figure, and that every step is taken to cover up male backsides. Is there anything wrong with looking at the digital representation of the likeness of the female butt? I personally have no problem with it, and it's done that way to sell the product. It works. Sex sells, period. I find it highly unlikely that game designers are purposely designing their physics engines and their game engines so that clothing will cover a guy's back end, as she suggests is the case with the Batman games, because the cape quickly moves, and this must mean that it's done so only so you can't see his bum. Or that devs position female characters in the center of the character, forcing you to look at their butt because in all the games that she shows, you control the goddamn camera. You have the ability to move the thing around and to look at the different parts of the screen with your eyes because your eyes are not fixed in a set spot on the screen. Only an idiot would think that way, that video game development works like that. I personally have no problem with characters wearing skin-tight clothing that highlights the features of the human body. This applies to both male and females. Superheroes. It's the duty of parents to teach the difference between real life from fantasy, TV, and the internet. It just goes to show you that you can find a problem anywhere, especially if you look up your own ass. I say we give her what she wants. We need more. We need more butts in games. More guy butts in games. So tweet with me now. Put out the hashtag #manass and tweet with me how much you like seeing good-looking video game characters in video games. This can't possibly go wrong. Alright, on to tomorrow's game releases for PC. Crashlands, Let's Sing 2016, Naval Action, The Westport Independent, The Rise of Chubtan, The Minotaur, Bloxativity, and Dinocide. For PlayStation Vita, A Boy and His Blob. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff, and I will see you tomorrow. And which Nintendo character really sucks? Kirby.